overlooking Free's natural expansion, and soon his tanks are going to edge up. Speed lots are up, and he's going to be going for an attack on Flash's main. This is the Zerg counterattack move, and certainly he might have a chance here because it depends on how many tanks Flash has in his main base. He's certainly going to try to sacrifice his natural for an attack here. Oh, a lot of mines going off though, and now the attack on the 2 tanks there. Oh man, and dragging the mines into the tank there. That's terrible for Flash, and Flash could be in a bit of trouble. But
I don't know. I think he's got 5 factories, and he's got the reinforcements. Oh, he doesn't have the reinforcements. I thought he got. If he has the front door, okay. If he's giving up the front door, then the reinforcements can come in.
Yeah, I mean, what Free's managed to do is stave off the attack on his front base a little bit. However, Flash has 2 tanks remaining there. I'm not sure if Free's going to break that with the forces he has. And now the Reaver drop next to the tank, and Flash needs to siege up here, and wow, he can't siege up because there's just too many forces chasing him. Flash looking a little sloppy here. His tanks are going to get destroyed before they can meet up with the bottom position here.
I mean, he's got vultures going into Pretty's base. That is not enough. He's got a giant Protoss army on his door. He's got to get... Whoa! The Korean commentators are not the only one having a heart attack. I thought that was really bad. And you see Flash is grimacing. He's actually grimacing. He's lost another 2 tanks. This is looking horrible for Flash. I cannot believe this is happening.
Yeah, I can't believe it either. I mean, I think...
Why is she laughing? Jeez.
Free definitely had good timing there, because not everyone's a Flash fan.
Oh,
there are people who don't.
I'm not a Flash fan.
There's people who hate him probably, but yeah. Anyway, so Free now. Wow, look at the KTF team. They're definitely unhappy about this. Free basically, I think what he did was that flank attack was actually very good there. He managed to catch Flash outside of his base and unable to respond quick enough to deal with this force. But what is Free doing? He's not pressing in his attack.
He's doing exactly what he did against Jangby, which is to throw away his military advantage.
Oh, what is he think he needs to get in here like yesterday. He needs to go. Because this is when Flash is most vulnerable, and if he doesn't...
And by the way, when Flash is... I mean, this is basically like poker. I mean, he's doing the predictable thing. He's falling for it, and I think Flash, he might have a chance, you know, even though... Because look, he's retreating. He's retreating...
I'm not sure exactly.
From 2 tanks that are running away from him.
Flash kind of, maybe he's something like what you're saying. Flash scared him into... Well, bluffed him into pulling back here. And wow, look at this! Poor play by Free, I have to say. Not really great play by Flash, but poor play by Free, retreating when it was unnecessary. Now Flash has a bit of a protective contain here. However, this Reaver drop could still prove very deadly. Flash unsieging his tanks wisely there. I think Flash needs to get a Goliath or 2 to be able to deal with this.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me of The Godfather. Yeah, I mean, all these tanks just, you know, busting it up for Flash all over the place. But it looks like... Hello.
And this girl is happy now. Yeah. Flash is doing well.
I thought that was a photo. She looked like she was kind of frozen. And here comes an attack. And the speed lots are coming in, but they're evaporating. So now this attack, now that the speed lots are not in the front, the goons are going to die.
Whenever the shuttle drops...
so many units.
Yeah, the problem is the shuttle could be the X factor here. Once the shuttle decides to drop its cargo, Flash could be in big trouble.
Kind of hanging around, though.
Tanks. Yeah, I'm not sure if it actually has it.
Oh, no. Flash, again. Wow.
There's no way, though. I mean, Pretty or Free should have been able to press the attack in before, and he didn't. Now choosing to press an attack, but it's not going to be that successful. However,
he's got 9 goons. Flash has got 5 factories. He should be able to hold for the time being. But reinforcements are coming. Little brown dots are coming up the map.
Absolutely, and Flash is just... He needs to get those tanks in a position to deal with this, or else he is going to get contained, and Free is going to be able to out-expand him, out-macro him. Dropping Dragoons around here, oh man, and killing off the tank with the mine. That's terrible. Now the Dragoons are going to be able to move in here. Yeah, and now the Dragoons moving in, and they're going to snipe off those tanks over there. Flash forced to use his SCVs to defend, and I have to say, Flash looks like he might be going down here in this game against Free. So Free showing that sometimes he is on. He is a very on and off player. I'd say he's very similar to Much in a way there. And GG coming from Flash.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god, that was a huge upset there.
You got to be kidding me.
Wow, Flash losing to Free here, so... Free must be feeling on top of the world here. He is the one good player on Hanbit Stars, or the one decent player. So that was a pretty big surprise there, wouldn't you say?
I'm stunned. I cannot believe that Flash just... I mean, it's unbelievable. This is... I mean, you know what it is? He lost against Luxury, he lost against Best. I mean, he's 15 years old. Come on, he's not a hardened soldier like Boxer. He's going to have, you know...
I'd say.
He's so proud of himself, this guy. Oh, jeez.
Well, it is really, a pretty big accomplishment.
He's really, really pretty. Oh, what the heck is that? An upside-down peace sign?
That's a pretty lame ceremony, though. I'm just gonna keep doing this until you notice I'm saying pretty a lot. Making bad puns.
Wow, look at the I don't even. I think that's like just really indicative of serious distress inside of that coach right now.
Yeah, the
Because
KTF.
his ace of spades that he always keeps up his sleeve has just been, I don't know. Hopefully
I think
he
he's
can
been
come back.
1-3 in his last 4 games.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, he's lost to
Unbelievable.
Luxury Best, and he's only won against Zero so far this series. So 1-3 for Flash. And could we be seeing a beginning of a slump for Flash, or is this just a temporary burnout? What would you say about that? I have my opinion, but I want to hear yours.
I think this is where Flash is coming down, because there were some discussions going around. Oh geez, please let them, like, the fat guy trip and then trip everybody else. Okay, no, they're just gonna bow.
No.
Yeah, there were discussions about this, and people were saying Flash is practicing 15 hours a day. This kid's gonna burn out. He's 15 years old. What do you want from the kid? You know, he loves the game. He loves his team. He loves to compete. But how much gas does he have? At one point, he's gonna run out. I'm hoping he doesn't run out now, before he gets, you know, at least 2 or 3 OSLs. But because he was just so great. But it doesn't look. He doesn't look happy at all.
All right,
I feel despair.
I gotta disagree with you. I think this is temporary. I think Flash, he's actually playing right now in the OSL, by the way. If today is 20th, so we'll have to see. I think he's. Oh, actually, no, it's tomorrow. He's gonna play in the OSL. But I think this is temporary. I think this is due to stress. I don't know. I think Flash is so young, because of his youth. He's able to recover much more than an older player would be able to. And I don't think psychologically he's beaten. I think he just looks dead dog tired. I mean, this is not Savior. I won't say he's going to a Savior-like slump. It's too early to call that, I think. Where Savior was basically psychologically broken by a combination of losses to Bisu and Firebat Hero. I'd say Flash right now is just more tired than anything. And unfortunately, KTF is just overplaying him. I think we can both agree on that. And Max, the Ultralisk, is... he's like, hey.
Like one of those dogs, one of those, with the shaggy hair all over the place. I bet that's the cameraman. That's why the cameraman's looking at him.
What is he doing?
God, he did the same thing I told you about back at 620. Do you remember that? He was massaging himself. Yeah. Flash. Let's look at Flash. I mean, do you see him? Do you see him coming back? Look at that face. There's Nalra, I think.
He's coming back. Nalra's gonna make him some coffee, and he's gonna be fine.
Anyway, I hope you're right, because he is an exciting player.
I think right now I'd still say Flash is the best in the world. There's still no one I think who can contest Flash. Sure, Flash lost 3 games in the last 4, but really 2 of them were against top players. I wouldn't say Free is a top player, but he is a very good player. And the only reason he lost this game is because he was caught off position. I'd say that was the main reason.
I would say the reason he lost this game is just the unbelievably bad luck of losing tanks, like something in the area of 20 to 25 tanks within a span of 10 to 20 seconds. It was just unbelievable. And here's some footage of that right now. Tanks going down to mine, tanks going down to splash damage, tanks going down to zealots.
Right. I think this was already past the decisive moment. I think the decisive moment was about 5 minutes before this, when Free set up that excellent flank down the middle of Wuthering Heights and managed to catch Flash directly outside of his base. I think Flash just wanted to end it a little bit too soon there. What do you think about that? Flash just getting impatient there, not leaving much in terms of defense and just going, pushing, just trying to finish the game earlier rather than later. I think this is indicative of fatigue, actually, when you're not wanting to be playing for the longer games and just being impatient, trying to end it sooner.
I think what you're saying definitely makes sense. I thought he was going to hold the front door and basically cut off the reinforcements, but in actuality what he did was he cut off his army from his front door, and of course, Pretty was able to run around, through the middle, not down the direct route, but the side route, and he went for the front door, and then Flash ran away from, and then it was the exact opposite situation. His army is completely split. He has no reinforcements, and Free can readily resupply his forces. Worst case scenario for Flash.
Yeah, absolutely. Flash, of course, playing very convincingly against Zero, but actually, I don't know. I felt that even in the game against Zero, now not to try to backslide a little bit, but Flash, I feel, could have ended the game a little bit earlier. It was a little surprising he went for the 8 racks. He did win convincingly against Zero, but Zero, of course, is not a very good player against Terran. So maybe he's going to slip against Luxury. I don't know. We'll have to see in game 2.
I actually think in the game against Zero, it looked like Zero expanded all over the place. That's the game, right? And Flash was doing the usual thing, sending out small detachments of medic marines with firebats, but he wasn't taking care of them. They weren't always shutting down. It's only later, when he get really lots and lots of them, that he wasn't able to do the kind of boxer-esque, where the Marines survive forever and ever. He did get the tech drops off, but he wasn't, what he killed, the Defiler Mound and maybe the Ultralis Cavern. I don't think it was a convincing win. I think the Flash I think Flash should have come out much better, and maybe it is fatigue. I mean, certainly he's been playing games, and he'll be more tired in this game against Pretty than he was in the game against Zero. So.
Yeah, when Flash was the best against Terran versus Zerg, which I'd still say he's very good at, it was against when he was playing Jaedong, and back then he had the combination of both very good macro and the very solid micro that you were talking about. Last game against Zero, I saw the macro part. I did not see the micro part entirely. I think Flash won mainly because of just better strategy, but not necessarily better tactics. And he's going to need both to be able to keep on holding, all the titles in the world. Basically, I mean, he needs to hold both the OSL and the MSL titles. He doesn't have the MSL title yet, but I think he's still the front runner for both of those titles. I still think he's still one cut above everyone else. And sorry, but I'm going to have to cut our commentary short here before we reach another video part. So thanks for watching, and please check out the True Blue SC. I'll have a link in my profile for him. This is Cholerasc and True Blue signing off.